Hello everybody, and welcome to this video where I explain what a trellis plot is, when to use trellis plots, and how to make a trellis plot yourself using Data Warrior. Data Warrior is data visualization and analysis software which is free to download. I will start off by explaining what a trellis plot is. Constructing trellis plots is a technique used to visualize a dataset which consists of multiple variables. For instance, in this example, the first two variables are represented on the x and y axis of the graphs. The third variable, in this case sex, is used to split the dataset in two categories. The first category, in this case female, is assigned to the first row of graphs. The second row of graphs is assigned to the second category, being male. The same technique is used to represent the fourth category, only this time the graphs are splitting along the y-axis in two categories, being smokers and non-smokers. To illustrate, a simple dataset is used to create a trellis plot. This dataset consists of the soda consumption per week of 30 individuals with their sex, age, and weight in kilograms, as you can see in this table. The purpose is to try and find correlations between these variables. The use of trellis plots here works great because it allows us to use multiple variables. I'll start off by copying the dataset into Data Warrior. As you can see here, at the top we have the dataset and at the bottom left we have a two-dimensional graph containing only two variables. Okay, so let's zoom in on the two-dimensional graph which currently represents the weights on the y-axis and the amount of bottles per week on the x-axis. We are trying to find a correlation between the amount of bottles consumed each week and the other variables. So let me place the amount of bottles on the y-axis and the ages on the x-axis. Right now, no clear correlation can be found in this graph. To find this correlation, we need to add the variables weight and sex. We will start off with splitting the graph based on sex. As you can see, some correlation can be seen now. For both male and female, you'll see that younger people tend to consume more bottles of soda. To investigate further correlations regarding weight, we need to split the variable in multiple categories. For sex this was easy because you only have males and females. For weight on the other hand, you'll need to create categories yourself. Splitting your categories can be done in two different ways. First of all, you'll need to sort your data in increasing weight. The first method of splitting is by creating groups of the same size. In this case, we have information of 30 individuals, so it's not possible to split it into four same-sized groups. So in this case, I made groups consisting of 7 or 8 people. The problem of this method is that the weight range differs a lot per group. In this case, the first person in the orange weight group weighs 73 kilograms and the heaviest person weighs 80 kilograms. So the orange group has a range of 7 kilograms. The red group, on the other hand, starts with 82 kilograms and ends with 120 kilograms, resulting in a range of 38 kilograms. So the sizes are nearly the same, but the ranges can differ a lot. To tackle this problem, it is possible to split in ranges. In this example, there are 4 ranges of 20 kilograms each. The effect now is that the ranges are the same, but the group size differs from only 3 people in the red group to 14 people in the yellow group. Before splitting ranges, think about which method fits your problem best. So let's split the weight category into 4 ranges consisting of 20 kilograms each. This is done in Data Warrior by creating a bin with bin size representing the size of your range. The bin can be added by split view by categories and adding your binned weight category. Here we have the resulting trellis plot. As you can see, some of the graphs have too few data points to tell something worthy about the correlation. The reason for these graphs having too few data points is that the weight category has been split in too many ranges. To tackle this problem, I've split the weight category in two same-size ranges of 40 kilograms. Here you can see that the graphs have become more clear. Of course, this is just an example to illustrate how trellis plots are made. In very big datasets with 4 variables, The problem with graphs being nearly empty will become less of an issue, but should always be taken into consideration. Also remember that the amount of graphs you will get in your Trellis plot is the product of the amount of categories you've split your third and fourth variable in. To keep the amount of graphs as low as possible, it is important to choose your third and fourth variable very carefully. Those variables should be the easiest to split in few categories. So, I hope that you've learned a little bit about Trellis plots by now and that you'll be able to create them yourself. The software used is Data Warrior, which is great software to analyze and visualize your datasets. This software is available as a free download at openmolecules.org/datawarrior. Have fun doing this yourself and thanks for watching.